There is concern today people in Gaza could soon run out of clean drinking water. Israel cut off the electricity supply to Gaza, and that has affected operations at a desalination plant. Crystal Gamansing is now in Deir, which is near the northern Gaza border, to tell us more about the situation. Crystal, good morning.
Good morning, Heather. Yes, as you know, we can't get into Gaza as a Western journalist, so this is pretty much as close as we can get. However, working with freelance videographer Mohammed in Gaza, we are able to share some pictures of the South Gaza desalination plant in Deir al-Balah. It is still working, but at a reduced capacity, so people are able to come in, bring a couple of jugs. They are still able to get clean water. There are still some tankers that are able to get water from that location. However, with the cut of electricity that was ordered by Israel's energy minister on Sunday, they are having to find other means to power that plant to ensure people not only in the north but in central Gaza as well can get access to clean drinking water. We'll take a listen to what the plant's deputy director, Omar Shaddad, had to say about the access that people have.
هذا اليوم أصبحت تعمل بالمولدات الديزل. العمل بمولدات الديزل خفض إنتاجيتها حوالي 80%، يعني بدل ما ننتج 18,000 اليوم بننتج 3,000. وبالتالي في عندك حوالي 400,000 نسمة من سكان جنوب وقطاع وسط قطاع غزة حيتأثروا نتيجة نقص مياه الشرب، المياه الصالحة للشرب، لأنه المصدر مياه الشرب هو مصدرين في المنطقة دي، محطة التحلية.
So people having access to about 3 liters of water per day, greatly reduced amount of clean drinking water. And that's in addition to supplies being halted for more than a week now. There isn't aid getting into Gaza. There isn't access to fuel. And that is causing a series of problems. People are going back to lighting fires to cook outdoors. They're also challenged with finding access to food, vegetables, flour. All of the prices of those items have skyrocketed, and NGOs who had been getting a number of trucks coming in with aid, they are now having to deal with limited supplies and are starting to figure out how to ration what they do have left, Heather.
So that's interesting because we know, Crystal, that in the first phase of this ceasefire deal, that surge in humanitarian aid was a big part of it. So with the situation that you're describing this morning, how is it playing into the ongoing ceasefire negotiations?
Well, we're hearing from not only NGOs such as Oxfam saying the move to cut aid is a reckless act that is directly in contravention to international humanitarian aid. We're also hearing that from officials in Qatar, which is where those negotiations are to be taking place. Talks on moving forward to phase 2 have really been stalled. Nothing much has been going on, and that means the peace agreement, the ceasefire agreement, has been holding, and it's been in place since January 15th. However, that creates other problems, especially for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. I had the opportunity to speak with Michael Oren. He is a former Israeli ambassador to the United States, and he said right now it is a critical time.
We've now had 11 days of ceasefire without Hamas having to pay any price for the ceasefire. And so that's not a good situation either. It's 11 days in which those hostages continue to suffer, unspeakable horrors. So that's not an advantageous position for Israel either. And Netanyahu is going to be under increasing pressure within his own coalition to do something, either diplomatically or kinetically, militarily.
The focus really is, Heather, to do everything possible to get all of the hostages out. Whether or not we'll see any success at those negotiations, really, that's anyone's guess at this point. And Michael Oren didn't have a guest to share with us. He did say it would be very challenging for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Crystal Gamansing now leading the CBC News team in the Middle East, and she is in Deir, Israel, for us on CBC Morning Live. Thanks, Crystal.